now starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Others through different eyes.
Yo, 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 this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Allman here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
Oh, man, happy to be here as always, man. How are you?
Dude, it's summertime, man. I'm happy, man. The sun's out, it's a little humid, but you know what? The summertime's here, and I'm just trying to put the focus on going forward and actually trying to have a little bit of fun.
There you go.
So, summer fun, man. It's here. It's out there. It's bustling. The music venues are opening back up, man.
That's right.
It's really exciting for that, man. We'll jump into that more in just a bit, but wow, dude, I'm just so happy to see a lot of things opening up that just weren't opened up a couple weeks ago.
That's right. It is exciting, and having the options now to go out and have a little bit of recreational time and a little bit of fun and enjoy yourself. It means a lot to everybody right now.
Right. I mean, everybody's been cooped up for so long and needed some fun, and that's right, man. It's just focus on the fun now. We've been through the worst. I mean, shit, that's just it's warm out, man. Enjoy.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, just don't go licking the urinal handles.
Right.
Yeah.
Just have some damn common sense. Right. Dude, it did. Last week's show. Wow, man. Let's recap last week's show. Then we're going to fast forward into this week's show. But, man, last week's show, we had the Southern Maryland's newest band, Social, on. And, wow. The premiere, man, we've had the largest ever online premiere with them on the show. And we've had the whole show. We hit a record. It's official.
There it is, man.
Dude, we averaged over 20 people the whole episode of hanging out in the chat room on the premiere.
Yeah.
And over 500 views in the week. So, man, my hat's off to Social. They got the buzz right now. Everybody's wondering about them. They tuned in.
That's right.
That. And we had over 100 comments. So we had a lot of dialogue going on. So my hat's off to Jay Shade, Curtis Johnson, George Seeley, and Jim Mazzell. That they came on. Freddie was supposed to be on. He couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But Jim, Jay, Curtis, George, they were all on, man. It was awesome. Great guys.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun. The dialogue was great.
Right. I mean, you could definitely tell we were talking to some seasoned musicians.
Yeah.
It was just great, man. And they're all optimistic. And I love the honeymoon phase of a new band because everybody's all happy and ready to get out and get it. They haven't been soiled by the road yet. The nerves haven't been tested. So my hat's off to them for that. They all got great attitudes. And I'm excited to see what happens. They've agreed to latch on to the show. So they're going to be on the show in regular rotation more so than a normal band because we're going to keep tabs on it.
Right.
It's going to be cool, man.
Okay.
I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing how they handle the circuit of venues. And dude, man, what a show last week, man. Hats off to Higgy and Sean, as always. That's always a big part of it. But, man, hats off to Social. And, dude, I'm a little thirsty, so I'm going to pop this for Social, man. I'm going to pop an ollie for Social, man.
There you go. Ah, what a beautiful sound.
Right,
It's
man.
so nice.
Wow. But that was episode 77, Social, man. Awesome show.
Great show.
All right, dude. So this week it's episode 78. Still working on the name, but we'll come up with something clever, I'm sure.
Always do.
Always do. So this week, of course, in just a moment, we're going to fire up the phones. We're going to get David Higgins on from Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the Beat and his legendary 10-ounce 12-pack sampler, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's back. It's got some names on it. This weekend's looking hip. I'm stoked. Music's back, man. I love it. So we're going to check in with Higgy. Of course, he's got some music news to talk about. And, of course, we're going to do local birthdays. And a big part of the show's birthdays coming up. So you got to pay attention for that.
Okay.
So that's going to be cool. So that's going to be Higgy on the Beat this week, man. I look forward to that in just a moment. That's
Welcome back, Higgy. Welcome back.
Right. I look forward to that. So we're going to, after we hang up with Higgy, man, we'll maybe chat for a second, but we're going to jump right back into the Island Music Guitar of the Week, dude. and we're talking Gibson Les Paul this week. And that's all you need to know for now.
That's right.
Tune in later, and you're gonna get the whole story on this Gibson Les Paul I had. Let me just tell you, man, this was about the funnest studio model Les Paul I've ever played in my life. So I can't wait to talk about it. That's coming up just a little later on. That's going to be Guitar of the Week this week. Island music. Love it, man. I look forward to going to the store this Friday and getting another axe to bring here and talk about, man. Give it up to Island music, man.
That's great, man.
Give up Guitar of the Week. So after that, we're going to get Sean Kirkpatrick on the phone. Sean in 60 seconds. Last week, he dropped on us at Trilogy's No More. They got a couple farewell shows to play, and then they're disbanding. So we'll find out more about what's going on in his world this week with that. And it's always a legendary spot with this Sean Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So, dude, and that's the standard show, man.
Yep.
How awesome is that, dude? I'm loving this new format, dude. This new format's kicking ass, man.
It is great.
So that's our standard show. Then we're going to take a break, play some commercials, get our sponsors some time. And then we're going to come back. And I got another new band coming up that we're going to get on the show. They're called Hit or Miss. How about that, man?
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, dude. This is cool, man. This hits a little home for you, doesn't it, right?
Yeah. I love when we have featured guests on here that we have not talked to before, because it just gives us a new perspective on other people who are out there working hard.
Right.
I love this.
Right, and from what their profile says, they're an emo cover band, and I love emo music.
Yeah.
I'm a big emo fan. I might not wear it on my sleeve like others,
right?
But I do respect it, and there is a couple emo bands that I'm really into. So I'm hoping to hear from them and what they're going to jam. So I might come catch a set. You never know, man. With me, dude, sell me. Sell me on your band, man. Yeah. So.
I think they're the only ones that are doing this type of thing around here.
Right. So, I mean, that's another flavor, man. That's their right to market, you know? Right. So I'm digging it, dude. I would definitely go see a bill. So check this out. Let me play in the sandbox for a hot second. I would love to see, like, if you could put together, like, 3 badass cover bands. I would love to have emo, 90s, and then, like, some progressive. Just something cool like that. That would be a cool show to go see, man.
Yeah.
See a little variety, but I know they don't do it like that. But
no. That's
why I said I'm playing in the sandbox. But, dude, we're going to talk to Vincent Green, Brent Latham, and Steve. Your last name has got a lot of consonants and vowels, so you're dubbed, Hey, Steve. So, everybody, if you know what's up, man, being called Hey, Steve is actually pretty fucking cool, so it's all good. So we'll get them on the phone and talk to them. What do you think about that, man?
I've been looking forward to it, man.
So, dude, this is episode 78, man. Dude, looking for prime form tonight, man.
Well, we're going to bring it to you, too. We are in prime form. We are going to give you a great show, as we always strive to do every week.
That's right.
And, I never do this, but I'm going to do this today.
Sure.
Everybody who's out there right now on the chat, hello. Hello, everybody. I mean, I know I'm doing this early, but I know you're out there. I never get the chance to say hello, so hello.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I like you guys. I like you guys being there. It's so much fun.
Right. And everybody in the live chat, I say, hell yeah. Let's do this, man. We're going to get it cranking. Give me a hell yeah, right? The comments are going to fly this week, dude.
That's right.
I think, dude, that's what we'll do every time before we fire up the phone to get Higgy on. Right after we preview the show, I think we'll talk to the audience real quick and see what's up.
Why not?
And then that'll add a little bit more to the premieres, man.
Absolutely.
So that's cool. So today we're saying hello. Welcome to this segment. And every week we'll ask some questions. We'll keep it simple, though. We won't keep it all complicated with complicated questions, but we'll keep it simple. Just something to get people talking before we get the phone systems cranking and get David Higgins on the phone.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. I want the audience participation, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a big part of the show, man. They're tuning in to learn about Southern Maryland music, where to check out the music, an official source, a reliable guide. So much fake news out there. Higgy has filtered all that, working with Lynn Arion. and coming up with a composite music schedule that you can trust.
Yep.
So I dig it. And, dude, man, how awesome is that, man?
Oh, yeah, it's great. There ain't no fake news here.
Right, no fake news. I hate fake news. So, dude, what do you think, man? Give me some soothing tones. We'll fire up the phones.
All right.
We get David Higgins on.
Yeah, let's do it. He's back this week, everybody. David Higgins with the Southern Maryland Chronicle, right here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. We'll have him for you here.
It's ringing, dude.
Shortly.
It's going to be awesome. It's Higgy.
Hello?
Hey, Higgy, it's Dan. What's cranking, bud?
What's going on, brother?
Dude, we're in the studio. We're doing the show. It's episode 78, brother. How are you, man?
I'm not doing bad at all. How's everything going with you?
Oh, dude, we're excited to learn about who's playing where this weekend because, dude, it looks like the 10-ounce 12-pack sampler is back in full form, brother.
It is back in full swing and being added to daily.
That's music to my ears. That's no pun intended either.
I can hear Mr. Albin kind of mumbling in the back there.
Oh, I didn't say nothing.
Oh, maybe it was just your aura.
That's correct.
Oh, I got you, dude.
Yeah.
That's
How are
awesome.
you, buddy?
I'm not doing bad at all. How have you been?
Good, man. We missed you last week.
Yeah, I had a back procedure, and it was later on in the day than I normally do it, and the anesthesia was still kind of kicking in,
all
kind
right.
of wearing off.
Nice. Okay.
So kind of at the last minute, I asked you guys to take over for me. Didn't want to mess it up.
We handled it for you. Don't worry.
Well, I may need you to do it again next week, but hopefully I shouldn't because I'm getting the other side done Tuesday, but this one's going to be at 8:30 in the morning as opposed to when I had the other one was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
So everything should be good by then. Normally I have them done early in the morning, but last week they couldn't get me in until then, so
Okay.
we shall see.
Well, I hope it all works out for you, Eddie.
I hope so too. I'm tired of getting these shots.
I can
I
imagine.
bet, man. I bet, man. Ugh. Well, dude, let's jump right into it, man. Let's see what Higgy's got on the beat this week, man.
All right, good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. This weekend will be in the low 90s with a slight chance of rain all weekend. It's that time of year. Storms can pop up at any time. So let's get started with what's on tap in Southern Maryland with your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler, courtesy of Lynn Arion. On Friday, David and the Dynamos will be at Gilligan's Pier in Newburgh, Maryland at 6 p.m. We got a pair of shows at 7. You got Wes Rice at Ape Hangers Bar and Grill in Belle Alton, and then Paradox will be at Seabreeze Tiki Bar in Mechanicsville. And John Lusky will be at the Hills Country Store and Bar in Helen at 8 p.m. On Saturday, we're highlighting 4 shows at 8 p.m. In Cobb Island at Captain Charles Seafood House, you have Signal 13. Toots Bar in Hollywood, you got 3 Rocks. Moonlight Drive will be at Last Drop Country Bar in Hollywood, and Hydro FX will be rocking the Seabreeze Tiki Bar in Mechanicsville. All those are at 8 p.m. On Sunday, Running Hair Vineyard in Prince Frederick will be hosting Patty Reese at 1 p.m. Kayla Chafee and Johnny Brown will be at Buckets Bar and Grill in Lusby at 3 p.m. Doc Martin and the Flannels will be rocking Seabreeze Tiki Bar at 3 p.m. And rounding out your weekend will be Hydra FX at Toots Bar, Hollywood, Maryland at 3 p.m. That's your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler. Be sure to check out the full music schedule when it's released at 4 p.m. on Thursdays on the SouthernMarylandChronicle.com. As always, get a DD or an Uber. And with everything going on, make sure that you're wearing your masks in the area you're supposed to. Maintain as much social distance as you can. Be safe out there. I don't want to see anybody getting sick.
Love it, dude. I love that the 10-ounce 12-pack sampler is back,
Yep.
man.
The way it's going, I might have to take it to a full 24-pack.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Good case.
The case, dude. You're about to bust out a case on us. Damn. Dude, love Southern Maryland, man.
We'll have to come up with a cool name for that one.
Exactly, dude. Cool, dude. Well, what's going on in the music history, man? I'm curious.
All right, music history, June 25th. 1966, the Beatles started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Paperback Writer, the group's 12th U.S. number 1. The track is marked by the boosted bass guitar sound throughout, partly in response to John Lennon demanding to know why the bass on a certain Wilson Pickett record far exceeded the bass on any Beatles album. It was also cut louder than any other Beatles record due to a new piece of equipment used in the mastering process. 1983, the Police scored their 4th UK #1 album with Synchronicity, also at #1 in the US, and featured the singles Every Breath You Take and Wrapped Around Your Finger. 1984, Prince released his 6th studio album, Purple Rain, the first to feature his band The Revolution, and the soundtrack to the 1984 film of the same name. The first 2 singles from that album, When Doves Cry and Let's Go Crazy, topped the US singles charts and were hits around the world, while the title track went to #2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Oh, wow.
Well, 1984.
Purple Rain, the song didn't go #1?
Nope, only went up to #2.
Wow, now that's a fun fact.
Yeah. All right, 2009, Michael Jackson died at the age of 50 after suffering heart failure at his home in Beverly Hills. The 8th child of the Jackson family, he debuted with his brothers as a member of the Jackson 5 in '64. Jackson is credited for transforming the music video into an art form and a promotional tool. 4 of his solo albums are among the world's best-selling records: Off the Wall in '79, Bad in '87, Dangerous in '91, and History in '95, while his 1982 Thriller is the world's best-selling record of all time with sales of over 50 million.
Wow. One album. Wow. 50 million.
One album. And it was all probably for that one song.
Right. Wow. Dude.
I honestly can't tell you another song on that album.
Oh, come on.
I can't. I mean, it's been a while since I've listened to the album also, but...
All right. I'll let you think about that then.
I'll get back to you.
So Thriller the song, let's debate this real quick. Do you think Thriller the song is the best song ever written in history of mankind?
Oh, wow. You're going to do that?
Because of that fact right there, 50 million sold, probably just because of that song.
The video helped a lot.
I think the reason that it did as well as it did was because of the music video.
I got you. Everybody got in on the bit.
Right.
Absolutely.
It added it to it. Even if you just bought the record or the tape and went home, you were trying to do the moves to it.
Right. I got you. It was like one of the fads of America.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's why he's credited with transforming the music video into the art form.
Ah, I dig it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
That was John Landis that directed that.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
dude, people love listening to music and watching a music video. I
really wish we could go back to the days where music videos were relevant.
Right. Well, dude, on Facebook, I can tell you, when I did my band, we released the songs with no video, with just a still image in the background. People listened. They listened, but as soon as we released the video, it was tenfold.
Yep.
So, I mean, dude, people want to, I mean, if you make the video and engage people, they'll watch it on the phone.
Right.
So, it works, but
Yeah.
cool. All right, dude.
All right, we got some born on this day.
Right.
In 1945, Carly Simon, the U.S. singer and songwriter, had the 1973 UK number 3, and U.S. #1 single "You're So Vain," the 74 U.S. #1 single with James Taylor, "Mockingbird." In 2015, after keeping quiet for more than 40 years, Carly Simon admitted "You're So Vain" was about Warren Beatty, but only one verse. Simon said the other verses were about 2 other men.
Nice.
All right, 1963. You guys have the script. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, but he goes by George Michael, the UK singer and songwriter from Wham, who had the 1984 UK and US #1 single "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go," his first solo #1 single in 1984 UK and US "Careless Whisper," plus 7 other UK and US #1 singles and over 10 other UK top 40 hits. Michael died at his home in England on December 25th, 2016 at 53.
Damn, man.
And in 1972, Mike Kroger, bassist for the Canadian rock band Nickelback, who had the 2002 US #1 and UK #4 single "How You Remind Me," and the 2001 album Silver Side Up. Nickelback is one of the most commercially successful Canadian groups, having sold over more than 50 million albums worldwide.
Nice, man. Everybody gives them shit, but they sold.
Like Thriller.
Yep. All right, and a few notable Southern Maryland musicians and notable people having birthdays this week. On Thursday, Keith Grasso from Island Music Company.
Oh, happy birthday, Keith.
And on Sunday, from Hydro FX, Greg Barrick.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe for his birthday, he will be at Tooch Bar,
Working on his birthday. God, love
Yep.
that guy, man.
which means it's going to be one hell of a party.
And that's right. Bring your liver. Bring your liver.
And that's your weekly wrap on music news. Check me out on Facebook.com/Higgy on the beat. And as always, follow the Chronicle on Facebook at Facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle or at SouthernMarylandChronicle.com for all your local, state, and regional news, weather, and sports.
Awesome, dude. Higgy,
brother.
this was stellar this week, man. And your format is just killer, dude. I dig it.
I don't think I can tweak it anymore. I think we got it locked in.
Yep, that we're locked in, and it's at a perfect 10 and a half minutes, dude. Boom.
Yep.
I dig it, dude.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, well, you guys have a great show, and I'll talk to you guys later this week.
All right, dude.
All right,
be
be
good,
good.
man, and we'll talk
All right,
on
guys.
Tuesday and figure it all out. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
All right,
All right,
bye.
buddy. Bye.
See ya.
Boom. And that's Higgy on the beat, dude.
Higgy on the beat. He's back, baby. He's back.
Dude, I'm just happy that the schedule's back, dude, and it's real.
It is real. It's in print. It's real.
It's real. It's in print. These bands are playing. These places are open. I don't know what the service will be like at those places because of how all the restrictions are. But if you're there to see local music, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
You'll see
and the fact that the places are open means they've worked out
all that
what
stuff.
they need to do
You just
for-
gotta
for
when you get there, check in to see what the rules are.
Yeah.
Don't assume.
you know, you got to do your part to make sure these places can remain open. It's up
Right.
to us, not them. They do their part. You have to do your part.
Right.
Have a good freaking time.
Yeah, let loose and just don't act like an asshole. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, but people get the liquor in them, and that's what happens. Everybody gets courage, but the wrong type. But dude, that's
all
good,
good.
man.
It's all
But
good.
it'll work out. But dude, that's awesome, man. What do you think about that?
Oh, I love it, man. I'm glad he's back on here this week. Another great segment with Higgy on the beat. Music news is happening. We've got music to talk about. We've got shows to report. That is very cool.
Are you playing at this show this week? Do you think yet? Do you know?
I am not going to announce that right now.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, maybe later on we'll bring it back up.
Yeah, maybe. Right. I see what you're doing.
I love it, dude. I'm trying to sell.
Yeah, it's nothing weird. It's just,
Yeah.
I got private time.
Hey, I get it, dude. I get it. Well, dude, let's transition into Guitar of the Week. What do you think about that?
I'm ready for this.
All right, dude. We're talking Gibson Les Paul tribute, and the color this week is satin iced tea, man. And this Les Paul was sweet, like a cup of sweet tea. So, dude, this Gibson Les Paul tribute, it's a classic right in your hands. If you ever wanted to add a classic Les Paul to your guitar collection without breaking the bank, the Gibson Les Paul tribute is here. The homage to the guitar that changed rock forever stays true to the original with a few modern updates. Once it's in your hands, you will feel, hear, and see all the reasons this seminal axe has won over so many millions of players over the world since it was first released. The Gibson Les Paul features a weight-relieved mahogany body with a maple top for stellar resonance and lightweight feel. The beautiful satin nitro lacquer finish lets the tone woods breathe and glow with their natural color. It has a smooth maple neck with rosewood fingerboard that offers classic Les Paul feel and response, and a pair of 490 humbucking pickups that deliver the vintage-style tone. What do you think about that, Mr. Albin?
I would love to have played it.
Dude, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I know what they mean by that satin finish by letting the wood breathe.
Yeah.
Because with the real heavy clear coat, you feel like the wood's locked and sealed in, right? The satin finish, the wood it's still porous.
Oh,
You can
nice.
really feel it, so it breathes. So I get what they mean by that. And dude, it was a treat to play, man. It was awesome. I dialed it into my stack, and it was a classic Les Paul, man.
Yeah.
So, dude, a pickup pairing made for tone. Gibson voiced the pickups of this Les Paul tribute with the tonal characteristics similar to their 57 classics, but with a slight increase in the upper mids for more of a contemporary humbucking sound, a favorite among guitarists here at Island Music. The neck position, 490, gives you much of the tonal characteristics of the original PAF, but with a slight upper mid bump for that chimey rhythm work. Another 490 in the bridge gives you more mids and highs as well. You add in a 3-way pickup selector switch, independent tone controls, and you have a massive array of tone shaping options at your fingertips with this Gibson Les Paul, man. Literally, I spent the first couple hours just playing around with the different sounds, not even really playing a song, just just dialing it in. I mean, that's the thing about playing multiple guitars, dude. You really got to set that time and dial it in.
That's right.
And once you get there, it's awesome. This one's designed for comfort. Early Les Pauls were known for being a bit heavy. We all been there with the classics we've played over the years, right? They're a bit heavy.
Yeah.
With the ultra-modern weight relief system on these Gibson Les Paul tributes, Gibson has carved out carefully chosen sections of the body to remove some of the extra weight without compromising tone or resonance. With this relief, you can enjoy more hours of comfortable live playing without straining your back.
Nice.
And I can tell you, man, it was light.
Yeah.
It worked. I didn't notice any difference in any kind of tonal characteristics where it maybe say, I'm out. You know, I didn't do that. So,
Tired.
I mean,
I gotta sit down with this thing.
yeah, you know, I mean, it was a very comfortable to play guitar. Very, 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 very comfortable to play. And it was pretty cool to have it on Father's Day, man. That was kind of cool. A classic on Father's Day, so it was cool. Right.
That is cool.
Yeah. So, dude, that neck, man, it screams, play me now, play me fast. All right?
Get it.
Yeah, right. Players fell in love with the neck of the early Les Pauls, and the Gibson Les Paul tribute offers current players an opportunity to experience the feel and response of those classic necks. Cut to a classic rounded profile, this maple neck feels instantly comfortable, ideal for lead runs, as well as chords up and down the neck. The rosewood fingerboard with 22 medium jumbo frets is an integral part of this neck's overall feel. And I did notice that, dude. Scaling up and down the neck, the frets really were cool. It was weird. I was like, wow, that really does work, and it just was fast. So yeah, I dig that. I agree with that. So, dude, let's look at the features at a glance, and then we're going to hit the tech specs, and then we're going to check on out. What do you think about that?
Nice.
Cool. All right, so Guitar of the Week, this Gibson Les Paul solid body electric guitar features at a glance. Of course, we just mentioned it, the ultra-modern weight relief mahogany body and maple top for stellar resonance. And it would resonate, dude. It was awesome. It was good. Smooth maple neck with the rosewood fingerboard for that classic Les Paul feel and response. And it's there. Trust me, dude, it's there. The pair of 490 humbucking pickups deliver that vintage PAF tone. It's got our 3-way pickup selector switch, just like all Les Pauls. It's got the Nashville Tune-O-Matic bridge with the stop bar. Delivers that vintage Les Paul sustain. The frets have been plecked for uniformity along the fingerboard, resulting in an even feel. Vintage deluxe tuners look classic and keep your tuning locked. So that's cool too.
That is cool.
So that the plecking is what did it. That's why it just was a thrill to play. It was already plecked. And that's coming from on a studio model. Give it up to Gibson for that, man.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I mean, they're giving. They probably took some criticisms, and they're trying to open up the playbook a little.
Yeah.
And you got to celebrate every little move, and that's pretty cool. They're putting that plaque on the studio on the tributes,
Right.
because they usually reserve that for the standards and the custom chops.
Yep.
So they're giving you value there because they're having that service done a la carte. It's a couple $100, if
Sure.
not more. So that bravo. But I mean, this Les Paul was awesome, dude. It was awesome. Here's the tech specs. Okay, the body shape of solid body Les Paul shape with the ultra modern weight relief. Les Paul Tribute Series right-handed guitar, 6 strings, mahogany body, maple top, a satin nitro lacquer finish. The color was iced tea, like I said earlier. The neck material is maple. It's got a rounded shape with a 12-inch radius, rosewood fingerboard. It's got the acrylic trapezoid inlays, just like all Les Pauls. It's got 22 medium jumbo frets, 24 3/4 inch scale length, and this has a nut width of 1.695 inches. So it's a little bit wider at the nut than a lot of guitars we've done lately. So that's a thing to note. It's got a Graph-Tech nut at the top, so it's made out of Graph-Tech materials. That's nice. It's got the Nashville Tune-O-Matic bridge with stop bar tailpiece. It's got the vintage deluxe tuners, so it's got that old Les Paul vibe with the tuners. I love them, dude. Yeah, we all do. The 490 humbuckers, and of course the classic Les Paul controls: 2-volume, 2-tone, and the 3-way toggle switch, man. And of course, it's a Les Paul. You're putting strings 10 to 46 to start on. If you put 9s on a Les Paul, it should be slapped. That's all I'm saying. That's personal preference, by the way.
Fantastic.
Dude, that's the guitar of the week this week, dude. And it was a treat, man. I really had, dude, it was an awesome weekend with that guitar, man. It really was. So, that's what I got on it, man. You got any questions about it? I know you're a Les Paul kind of guy. So.
I am. And this actually is intriguing me to where I think I'm going to try to swing one of these.
Well, dude, since we're getting to that part of the conversation, give me a price. Guess the price. Name that price, man.
Oh.
Show the audience some value. What do you think this instrument's going to run you?
Wow. All right. Well, I usually
So let's go down the facts real quick.
Okay.
Gibson,
Nope.
USA made, Les Paul Studio Tribute, satin finish,
Yep.
color iced tea. Go for it.
Yeah. Maple
Nope.
neck with rosewood fingerboard.
But remember, there's no binding.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
there's none of that.
Studio model.
Right. Well, if that's the case, yeah. Speaking of case, comes with a soft shell case.
Soft shell case.
All right. So I'm going to say, since it is an actual Gibson USA,
It is Gibson, USA made.
let's try $11.99.
Wow, dude, you just hit it on the top of the head. Wow,
Nailed
dude,
it.
you nailed it, man. You're getting good at the game, dude. I
I'm
dig
learning.
it.
I'm learning.
So that means you've been shopping. You've been shopping?
I've been paying attention.
I love it, dude. Dude, I know it's really cool with your dynamic of instrument knowledge. Me and you love our Fender basses. There is no other in our world.
That's the first love.
But you're astute to guitars. You like the Les Pauls. You like a nice Strat.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know that about you, you know, and you would geek them out if they ever got to hang out with you and you picked it out and started.
Yeah, they don't know that about me.
You
That's
know?
right.
Yeah. So to get you all, when I get you excited with the guitar of the week, it's really cool. So
Yeah.
I dig it, man.
Yeah, this one was right up my alley because, I mean, I'll tell y'all that Les Paul is my favorite model of guitar.
Right. Like
It-
I
it
like
is.
my Jazz Master. That's your Les Paul. Yeah,
Exactly.
I get it.
You know, and
That's
I've
cool.
got I've got not a real one, but I've got another one. But
Yeah, right. But it's
yeah,
cool.
so at that price point with all those features, you can't go wrong with that, man. If
Right.
you want to own a real one, there you go. You know, because let's be honest, I can't afford it. You know,
Oh, dude, if you bought a standard, I just
I
might
can't.
slap you
I
just out
can't.
of principle.
yeah, I can't
Because
afford
there's
it.
no reason to do that.
No, not anymore.
Right.
I mean, look what they're giving you with this model.
Right. I mean, and you're a player, so you're not a collector. So
That's
that's
true.
a different story too.
Yeah, I want to be able to take this guitar out
And play
and
it.
have some fun with it.
And not be like, back off, man. My shit's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Let me get out my barometer and check
Yeah.
the room before I open
Dude,
this thing.
There's nothing worse than a guy that buys expensive equipment only to let you know it's his expensive equipment and then stand back while he's playing his expensive equipment. Fuck you, guy. Fuck you, man. That's what I want to say. You know what I'm talking about. dude.
I do.
Look at me getting Rick on the show, dude. Dude,
I'm out.
I get it, dude. Hey, dude. So, guitar of the week, man. Awesome job. Island music. Hey, it's time, dude. Give me some soothing tones. We're going to get Sean Kirkpatrick, dude. We're rolling right into it, man.
Let's roll right into Sean Kirkpatrick. Sean in 60 seconds. He's got another good one for us this week. He dropped a bomb on us last week. Here he goes, everybody.
Yeah, it's ringing. Come on, Sean. We're locking in the signal. Come on, phone system. Getting it cranking, man. And
Good evening, gurus.
Sean, what's up, man?
What's happening, fellas?
Sounding good, brother.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
hope the buttery smoothness of the Sean in 60-second voice is coming through loud and clear.
Oh, man.
100.
It's got me melting.
Buttery.
Buttery goodness.
Wow.
You sound fantastic. You sound like you're in good spirits. You sound well rested, my friend.
I am actually not. I just drank 2 Red Bulls, so
Okay.
that I wouldn't fall asleep. Actually,
All right. Well,
Wow.
next time.
1.5.
Next time
I'm still
say
working on the
something.
second one.
Yeah, that you crush the first one and you sip on the second. That's a plan.
Yeah, I mean, I started the first one at like 2:00, so I mean, I'm just trying to make it through the day.
I got you.
Well, you're here. You made it.
Right, man. So let's jump
This
into
is
it,
it.
dude. What you got this week?
Well, I wanted to ask you, Dan Harsha, you're not a father, are you? You've never had any babies, have you?
Yeah, dude. My daughter's 22.
22. Oh, shit. What an idiot.
Lives on the other side of the country.
Yeah. How you feel?
Gotcha.
Hey,
Yep.
Well, happy Father's Day, belated.
Yeah, man. No worries, dude. I keep it on the DL.
not anymore.
You know what? I was the first person to ask you a question.
Right. Well, you're my bud. I'm allowing
We're getting it in right now. I mean, I guess you could edit this out, but I don't know if you're going to.
I'm too lazy for that.
We have a rule. We don't edit anything here.
Right, and that's because of laziness. We just let it
Fair
roll.
point.
We let it roll, and we learn from our mistakes. You can only learn from your mistakes if everybody hears them. If no
Right,
one hears them,
someone's
everybody
gotta
thinks
call
you're
you
perfect. Right. No, everybody thinks, oh, dude, they do it all perfect all the time. But like, no.
This is flubs and all.
Right,
The
yeah.
blooper reel is included.
Right. And people like that, man. They love the honest. Dude, that's why they tune in, dude. It's an honest show. We don't hide nothing.
Yeah, I guess there is definitely a niche for that. I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
That's us.
Dude, it's Guitar Gurus. That's why you're here with us, man. You're on
See,
the
now
journey.
I'm learning things.
Aha.
Right, well, you dropped some heavy shit on us last week. I ain't even gonna lie about that.
That's true. That is true. I did.
Did you listen back and you hear us talk after you got off the phone?
Actually, I listened to most of it. I didn't. I listened to more of you guys than I did. Like once, so I was doing it. Like I had a long drive, and that's when I put the podcast on. I listened to it, and I listened to like the first. Like I listened to you guys, the intro, the whole segment. I listened to Higgy on the beat when Danny Albin did it instead of Higgy.
Right.
And then I got to my part, and I got like halfway through it, and then I got to my destination, and I had to cut it off, and that was about it.
I get it. Hey. Well, dude, we were like, dude, man, I can't believe the band's gonna be done soon.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, I mean, okay, I'm gonna be no, I can't say anything.
All right.
Oh.
It might not be done. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is up.
Ooh.
That's an honest response.
Right, dude, some campfires can't go out. That's what I've heard. Some campfires can't go out.
That was what my agent was telling me earlier. Not in those words exactly, but basically those words exactly.
Yeah.
I got you. Hey, dude, hey, man, well, everybody's hearing it first here on the Guitar Gurus. There is a chance that we won't be having farewell shows. So tune in, keep abreast, and we'll let you know as soon as you get the official word.
Well, they will be farewell shows for the original lineup.
Okay.
Intriguing.
All right.
Yes.
Or, well, not the original lineup, but at least the lineup with Tara.
I got you. Then what are y'all going to do? Y'all don't know yet?
No idea.
I got you.
I told because basically, like I explained last episode, Aaron's out, Chris is out. Aaron is out for like a temporary hiatus, just for personal reasons. He needs to focus on his own personal interests at this moment.
All right.
He doesn't have the time to divulge into a lot of stuff. I mean, his family runs a lot of businesses. So.
Right.
Jason also, is out. He is running Mully's, like I explained last episode. We were talking about he's got a lot of responsibility of being the owner of a multi-million-dollar brewery.
Right.
Correct.
I don't know if it's multi-million-dollar. Don't quote me on that. I think it's, I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Right.
And Chris, he's got such a happy family. It's ridiculous. Like it's almost sickening to watch him on Facebook. And with him with his kids and him with his girlfriend and all of and his parents and everybody's just happy and together, and it's a very, very, very nice thing that he's got going on, and I understand why he needs to take time to spend more time with his kids. Especially his first one, his first one's like 16 years old now. So I mean, he's getting into that rebellious age.
Wow, 16. He's got I didn't know he had a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's like 14. It's definitely above 14, but it's roughly around 16. Could be 18. I don't know, but you know.
Wow. Okay.
I got a double deuce. That's all good. I get it.
Yeah, mine's 14.
What's that?
I said my kid's 14.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, Chris got it in early. You know, he's been doing this a long time, so
Yeah.
it was like my sim character from like a couple weeks ago, just popping them out left and right.
Well, you better make sure that Sims character gets tested.
I don't know if there is such a thing as like Sims herpetogonosyphilitis or something.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, digital lives matter, man.
The lives matter.
Right.
Game or
You know
no
what?
game.
You know what? Hashtag no lives matter.
Only,
How about that?
Right. Man, everybody would freak out, dude.
Well, I don't give a fuck because your lives don't matter. Nobody's lives matters. It only matters as much as you make it matter.
That's true. It's something to think about, man. Something to think about. So what do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got going on this weekend? Have you picked up any side work?
Actually, the farm has been doing crazy. Like I've been learning how to build a high tensile fence, and we're about to finish separating one of those fields into, or two of the fields, the biggest fields that we have, into two smaller fields. And then we're going to be planting a bunch of crazy seeds, and it's just like this agricultural program through the state where they gave us a grant to help keep the farm afloat. So I've been doing a shit ton of manual labor out in this fucking heat, and it's been killing me. But other than that, this weekend I'm actually I'm off right now. I've been having a lot of discussions with Tara about some other projects, and I've been talking to Gary, and he's saying the same thing. He's not going to let me get out of work. He's pretty much going to make sure that I'm playing somewhere somehow
I got you.
forever. So
Forever.
that's pretty much what he told me. At least as long as I keep on being young and look good, and I don't intend to survive much longer than that.
Jesus.
Yeah. Take a look at this guy. He'll tell you all about that. It happens to all of us.
Right.
I'm just saying, I mean, sometimes people stay young, especially with this new technology. I might just like take my brain out and put it in a robot cyborg with a six-pack and just call it a day.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that would be weird, man.
I mean, what's weird about it? Like, if I can fucking turn my one arm into like 17 arms and play drums like that, it'd be the best drum track you ever heard.
There'd be so much going on at one time. I wouldn't know what to do.
I'd be playing guitar with like 3 of my limbs and playing bass with the other 3,
Right.
running lights with the other.
It was a,
I still will, for some reason, not be able to sing.
Yeah, don't worry, dude. I can't sing a lick either. man.
we leave the singing to the singers.
Right.
Right.
God bless them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Much respect to the singers.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so remember how I was telling you guys about how in King George it was like fucking no holds bars, fucking crazy, no masks, COVID doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. It's a hoax, right?
Right, yeah.
Well, we played in Colonial Beach this past weekend, right on the other side of 301, I think. I'm not sure. Geography is weird. And they were so, like, I mean, they didn't even have to have security guards. They were so polite. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like they didn't have any security there at all. There was a little bit of a dancing thing going on the beach. Everybody was outside, obviously. So, I mean, it was a great time nonetheless, but like everybody was wearing masks. It seemed like what they were doing was like if the capacity is supposed to be 50% of your max, they had it at like 25 just in case it got up to like 30 or 45. They could just stop seating tables. It would be obvious. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wow.
So they pretty much attacked it from a whole different perspective.
I like it.
That's cool.
No, that's
Yeah.
good, man. They're trying to be responsible, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all a matter of perspective, really. It's one thing I've learned. in everything that you do in life. It's all a matter of perspective.
Sure.
You can work your ass off, but if nobody sees you doing it, and then like the one time your boss walks in and you're fucking on the phone replying to a text message your boss sent you, they'll be like, "Why are you on your phone? Fucking slacker."
Yeah, that's the kind of boss I am. I'm an asshole.
And I would be the asshole to be like, "I'm replying to you, dick."
That's right. I'd be like, cut your hair, get out. I would be so stupid. I'd be like, get a real job, and you're like, I thought I had one here.
Right, like that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go play drums.
Right.
That's a much better choice, young man. Go play drums.
Shoot.
Nah, man, it's all good. I mean, I traveled through Virginia all day Saturday. I went from one end of 81 to the other. And
oh my God!
Let me tell you,
the 81 run, bro.
I did the Cannonball Run, man, all the way down to Bristol and back. And Virginia, nothing like Maryland has been.
Really?
Maryland's got their shit together, I think, personally.
Oh yeah.
Very well. I'm very proud.
King Larry's doing a pretty good job, I think.
I think so too. You go to Virginia, dude. It's like you said, no holds bar. Everywhere I had to stop on the road, it was like nothing's ever happened. Ever.
I mean, it is a very big state, and there's not that many. Like, I mean, I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but if I'm not, I'm pretty sure there's not that many like really big cities in Virginia. I mean, you got, I don't know, fucking Norfolk and Centerville, and like.
Yeah, they don't.
What is the capital of Virginia?
Richmond.
Richmond. Okay.
Take a
Manassas is a neat little town.
Well, Manassas is a city.
Yeah.
I'm like they don't have a Baltimore.
Well, no, they got Richmond.
They got Richmond. Yeah, that's their.
And Virginia Beach
and Alexandria.
Alexandria, that's a good spot.
Yeah. Hampton Roads area. Down there, that's their Chesapeake Bay area.
Yeah, there's a lot of great pockets in the state, but no one was following any of the rules. I can tell you that. I mean, I stopped to get gas, and I went inside to get something to drink, and I was like the only one in the whole place wearing a mask.
They looked at you like, you robbing us?
Yeah, they looked at me like I was the guy who was going to get everybody sick.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not even sick. I'm just making sure I don't get sick because none of you idiots are wearing a mask.
Right.
Or anything. I mean, they're sneezing all over the gas pumps. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but it just
that's crazy because I haven't seen anything like that recently. I mean, we've drove. Nope. You know what? I saw that at Sheetz. Aside from like King George, but like when we stopped at Sheetz in Virginia, yeah, we saw some of that. But like in Maryland, like I saw maybe one or two guys at most not wearing masks in public areas, like convenience stores and grocery stores and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Weird.
That's weird. All right, dude, we're up against it, man. We got to cut you loose, man, but this was awesome. I look forward to next week. And have a great weekend, man.
I intend to. I think I'm going to take it easy and just try and enjoy my weekend.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's a great idea.
Excellent plan. Excellent plan.
All right, fellas.
All right, buddy. We'll check you next week, Sean. Thank you, sir.
Be good, brother.
No problem. Happy Father's Day, fathers.
Thanks, you, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Take it easy.
All right, peace. There he goes, man. Sean Kirkpatrick. Sean in 60 seconds, man.
That's right. In and out like a robbery this week.
Dude, we're hitting the marks, man. We're right there, 48 and a half minutes, man. A little bit over, but hey, you'll add a little flavor, man.
That's okay, man. We'll do a little extra time once in a while. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, what an awesome show so far, man.
So far, I'm digging it.
It's good, man. The standard show just hit the home runs. I think we're going to take a quick break, get reset, come back, and we're going to get hit or miss on, learn about them. And I'm excited, man. It's another new band, man. This is cool.
I love talking to new bands.
So, yeah, we'll do that, dudes. What do you think?
It's awesome, man. Let's show the sponsor some love, shall we?
I get it, dude. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We'll be right back after this. Yo, 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 Albin, let's talk construction.
All right, Mr. Harsher, what's up?
Our good friends at Allied Renovations can offer the best value when it comes to replacing your home's exterior, whether it be your roof or facade. Did you know that?
How does he do it?
Streamlined operations. Jesse and his team have been part of the roofing community since 2015. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Jesse has some of the deepest roots in our community. Did you know that?
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have to worry about the here today, gone tomorrow contractor schemes that are out there.
Well, you know he's going to be around. That's some great stability.
Yes, it is. So if and when the time comes, your home needs help with its roof or facade, please don't forget to contact Jesse Wickline at Allied Renovations. That number is 301-399-7031. Once again, that number is 301-399-7031. They are waiting for your call. Tattoos last forever. They're a permanent statement about your personality and style. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with ink that looks like it's been done by some junior apprentice? Or do you want a custom tattoo from Christopher Lane Tattoos? Chris has over 10 years in the biz and uses the best ink and machines in the industry. Check out Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram feed today and you will just see for yourself that he does some of the finest work in the Southern Maryland area. Give him a follow today and you will just marvel over the attention to detail in his work. Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram is your start on a pathway to tattoo bliss. Book your appointment through Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram private messaging service for an exclusive bonus that only Guitar Guru listeners are eligible for. Follow Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram today. Yo, 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 Albin, let's talk site maintenance solutions with Cooper Construction.
Okay, great. Why are we outside?
I wanted you to see how Cooper Construction's handling my site with the installation of my new septic tank system.
Oh, I'm loving all this heavy equipment I'm seeing.
You need this kind of equipment for this type of work.
You say, do you?
Yeah, man. Cooper Constructions offers complete site solutions for septic tanks and mounds, lot clearing up to 3 acres, and most importantly, stormwater management.
Okay, let me get this straight. Cooper Construction offers site maintenance for lot clearing, septic systems, and stormwater management?
You are correct.
Does Cooper Construction have all the credentials needed for this type of work?
Yes, they do, my friend. Cooper Construction has over 20 years experience in the construction world.
How do we get a hold of them?
That's easy. Just dial 301-683-7766 and ask for a site visit today. Again, that number is 301-683-7766. Give them a call. You can also reach them on the web at buildwithcooper.com. Cooper Construction. From site to site, they will treat you right.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. I got my co-host Dan Albin with me as always. Dan Albin, how are you tonight, sir?
Oh, what in the world could I do that would make me happier? Nothing.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing tonight, man. I am excited, full of energy, loving this episode, as always. You got something on your mind?
Yeah, I got this.
All right. Now that you got that underway, as you can tell, I've had a few of those during the break, probably.
Right.
But yeah, I'm doing great, man. This is good stuff we got going on here.
Yeah, man, the standard show tonight was awesome. Everybody hit their points. We're cranking it here at the Guitar Gurus Hardcore. Got another new band to the show tonight. The band's called Hit or Miss. We got the members Vincent Green, Brent Latham, and Hey Steve is going to be on the call tonight. We're going to get the phone system fired up in just a moment and get them on and document their story. I'm excited to hear about them. A whole new genre. I like the emo scene. I'm into it. I dig it. What do you think, man?
I'm excited. I love talking to new bands.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear their side of marketing. That's the stuff I like to find out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
How do they go about their day-to-day? And, what kind of things do they prepare for, and what do they, how do they game plan?
Right.
What do they do?
Exactly. Well, dude, give me some soothing tones. I'm gonna fire it up, man. Let's get them
All
on.
right, it's time for our featured guest tonight on episode 78, Hit or Miss. Cannot wait to talk with them.
Well, it's ringing. I hope the numbers I got were correct. We get connected, and we'll find out, dude. What do you think?
It's going to be a hit or a miss.
Hey, and no pun intended. This is the show.
Hello.
Hey, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Hey, dude, we're in the studio. Is this Vincent Green and boys? What's up?
Yes, sir. It is. It's me, Steve, and Brent.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Hey, Steve. Your name on the show is Hey Steve because your last name I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
Dude, it's all consonants and vowels, man. I just don't know.
So are most words, right?
That's cool.
He got you there.
Yeah, man, this is cool, man. We're welcoming you guys to the show. It's your first time on. We're super stoked to have you on. I like emo music. I know that y'all that's what you're covering. So I want to jump into the backstory of the band and why y'all started the band. What do y'all want to do, man? Talk to us about that.
Well, I mean, we appreciate you having us on, considering what we're doing currently is relatively unknown. I mean, everybody in the band has been in local bands for years, but this is something new, and we haven't played any gigs other than a friend of ours' basement keg party. So, good old house party. Yeah,
dig it, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome you guys asking us to do this. As for the backstory, Brent and I have been playing acoustic here and there for a few years, and we kind of started talking about maybe wanting to start a full band, and I kind of said I didn't want to play any other covers other than music that I liked.
I can dig that.
And I bugged Steve about it for like 2 years straight, and kept getting, I'm in a bunch of other bands, and I don't know if I have time.
Yeah.
Then one night I was putting my son to bed, and Steve texted me and was like, hey, if you still want to do this, I'm down. So
it's also one of those things where, I mean, that age demographic, we're all in our mid-30s now. I don't know about you two guys, and we've never met, but that's what we grew up on. Like, most of the cover bands before us grew up on, the 90s and late 80s stuff, and that's what they played. So we're pandering to the people our age and the stuff that we listened to from 2000 to 2006 that was popular and fun, and it's kind of a niche thing. We're still trying to figure out where we fit in the local landscape because it's never been done before. Where it's like, all right, we're gonna play this and this only, and if you ask me to play Crazy Bitch, I'm walking off stage.
Yeah, I dig that.
There's plenty of others that'll do that. Don't worry.
Mr. Albin's in his mid-40s. I'm in my early 40s.
Hey.
But anyway, I'm on the tail end of the lead lap of these guys.
There you go.
I like the pocket of music from the 2000 to 2006 era. I'm a big... I don't even know if they're considered emo, but in my world they are. Hawthorne Heights. I'm a big Hawthorne Heights guy.
Yeah,
like, dude,
that was about as emo as it gets, I guess.
Right.
The hair and the...
Right. Dude, I'll fucking play Silver Bullet on stage with you motherfuckers anytime. I'll tell you that. Ohio is for Lovers. That's a fucking track. Dude,
that's in the set list.
There it is. Dude, I'm already loving this interview. Dude, I have bands on our show, like you in the beginning, because when I was in y'all's shoes, no one gave a shit about us, right?
Yeah.
So I'm helping the guys out that I once was, and I couldn't be more happier than to have a band right in their infancy on our show talking about early 2000s music, because everybody just tries to breeze over it like it didn't happen, but it happened, dude. And there's some...
Well, yeah, it played a huge. I mean, just look at even the rap culture now. They're dressing like we used to dress. They're pretending to play instruments like we all learned how to play 3-chord songs too. But no, it's cool. Like, and it's cool that you guys are having us on, and that's why we made the videos that we made for the 2 songs during quarantine. We might have broke quarantine a little bit to get into our makeshift studio to record the music, but then we recorded the videos separate and made it look kind of fun in the mold that Goldfinger put out. earlier in the lockdown, I guess the word is.
Right. Dude, it's cool, man. I dig it, man. That's why I had y'all on, man. It's cool. Y'all are just getting going. I mean, y'all get together and jam and come up with original music? Is that a goal? Have y'all? I mean, because dude, when I get together and jam with my guys, even if we have a set plan of what we got to practice, we can't help but not fuck around and jam. I mean, do y'all do that?
No, I would say that this band, the goal is just to play covers and hit as many shows as possible and just rock it out.
Yeah, I mean, really, with this band, a few of us have kids, a few of us are married. We all have careers, so we don't have a lot of time to do what we're doing as it is.
All right.
So the time that we do have, we're just focused on trying to perfect these songs, get to the point where we can start playing some gigs, and then original music, a few of us do, on our own time.
I get it. No, I kind of reason I asked that question is I was hoping that you all would answer that way. Because I want the audience out there that's listening, the other musicians that are listening, because we do have a lot of musicians that listen, to let them know it's okay to have another career. Do the music.
Yeah, man.
Do the music.
Well, it's not like 1986 anymore. We're not going to just borrow our sister's clothes and move to LA.
Right.
You're gonna play. We're all in our, like I said, mid-30s.
Right.
We all have actually pretty good careers. I mean, toot my own horn, whatever. But, but like, we know what we want to do. We know that this is a once or twice a month at the most kind of thing we're going to do. Yeah. You can't. If we play more than that, it'll get oversaturated. That's why we're trying to be the first down here, or maybe even in the greater Tri-County area, boosted up to maybe DC. I mean, I know that they're doing like the emo night DJ stuff, but the live band emo night hasn't started too much yet. And we're trying to be on the forefront of that.
I dig it, dude, and that's another reason I'm having you on the show, man. I want people to understand what y'all are trying to build, get curious, and search it out, because that's ultimately how people discover music.
Absolutely. I think it's, I'm not trying to come off pompous, but I think it's a little bit of a breath of fresh air. And I hope that the bars will realize that we have something to offer them, because I know for a fact that on any given day, if any of my friends are having a cookout or having a party or anything like that, the music that gets turned on is not what's being played in these bars. A lot of it is what's on our set list, because it's the music that we all graduated high school to. It's the music you have the most memories tied to. And there's an entire generation of people that are turning 21 who grew up on that because of older brothers and older cousins. And
right.
There's really a lot of people being overlooked at the bar as far as what they like to listen to while they're drinking.
Yeah, I mean, look, we all love Silverchair, but how many times are you going to hear Tomorrow in a Weekend?
Don't fuck that.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, trust me, dude. I remember when that song was new. And we talked shit about it when it was new.
It got
don't
on
let
our
people,
nerves.
look,
dude, don't let people lie to you. We talk shit about Silverchair, even though it's a good album. Don't get me wrong.
No, we
No,
definitely.
I mean, everybody loves an Australian three-piece or three-way sometimes. But
Everybody goes down under in that situation.
Yeah,
Oh,
into the bush.
counterclockwise, boys. But Steve's in like other bands, and Vincent and I's old band. We played those songs,
Right.
and we hated it. Like, it was just something to do to get out of the house. But this we actually feel we feel passionate about, and hopefully it'll get people to start, I don't know, caring again. Instead of background noise, it could be an attraction.
Right, it's not only that, but you're putting something else in a bar that not a lot of people are listening to at the bar. So
Right.
we're helping the bar out, bringing different people into the bar possibly. And, maybe the people that are listening to the same music go, oh, I haven't heard this before. This is kind of cool.
Right. Or
Yeah.
like we're banking on a lot of, oh God, I remember that song.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, pulling the nostalgia card hard.
Well, I can tell you, man, if I was at a local venue and you guys are up there and y'all pulled out some of those songs we were talking about earlier, I would geek out. I would just run up front and be like, oh shit, yeah, dude. Or Trust
And
me, man, because
that's
it's
what we're
cool.
looking for too, is because you got to think the '90s music right now is like the nostalgia factor of yesterday. This music here would be the nostalgia of now, when you want to think about it.
Right. I mean, when you think about it, and it's weird, but we are closer to 2050 than we are 1990.
Right, dude, I was just going to tell you guys, in another couple years, the 90s music's going to be on the oldies station.
Oh, yeah.
That's
it
good.
already is.
Well,
Turn on 97.7.
Once I heard Green Day on a classic rock radio station, that's when I started to be like, oh, this is like a changing of the guard.
Right.
This is the classic rock nowadays.
Right, dude. So, dude, it's happening. Dude, times keeps moving, but I like the progressive stance on y'all's attitude of what y'all. You're on a mission and you have a plan, and just reading up on you guys, I think that y'all are going to execute it, and I just want to be right there along with you guys and see how far y'all can take it, because it's going to be fun to watch. It really will be. But that's real cool. Now we know about your band. Let me ask you this, guys. What's the vibe in your band when you guys are getting together, hanging out, talking crap when you're not playing? What can we expect to hear? What would we hear y'all talk about?
You'd probably think that we all hate each other. That's not the case. Just everybody in the band has very dry, direct personalities and senses of humor.
Yeah.
We're all relatively vulgar, and none of us can get through a sentence usually without cussing. This is probably the most words I've said consecutively without a cuss word.
I don't know if I've cussed
since
yet.
I was 8. So,
dude, this is awesome, man.
Very progressive.
Progressive and professional, man, because you're really coming across great. I mean, we've been doing this a while in the interviews, and I think when people listen back, they're going to be like, they're going to be interested, man. So y'all are representing right, man. This is cool.
Well, I mean,
we're just guys being dudes.
Just guys, gotta love it. Just guys being dudes.
That shit on the t-shirt.
But I mean, practices, we try to get it in because, you've got to have, 45, 50 songs to even make phone calls, to even start playing. But when it's light, like me and Steve, we're both, in our 30s, wrestling nerds, still watch 3 nights a week, might watch a documentary or 2 on the WWE Network.
Dude,
today.
Yeah. It's usually Brent and Steve talking about wrestling or hockey.
Yeah.
Me and Justin and Sean talking about bands, or me and Justin talking about recording music, or making fun of Justin for being a vegan.
Damn. Hey, but dude, the wrestling stuff's cool, man. We follow the Maryland Championship Wrestling when it comes around here.
Hell yeah, dude. Yes.
Yeah. So we have a correspondent that attends all the events. We're just waiting for him to fire it back up. Go get old cool buddy Bobby.
Yeah, we have a guy for that.
We have a guy. We have our wrestling professional, expert.
I'm trying to get them to sponsor my show.
Yeah, dude.
Because I love them so much.
I've sent messages, dude. That you have to, dude. It's a pain in the butt, but it can be done. But now,
those shows are fun too because they always have like some 60-year-old, and then like what's her name? Who was the chick? The blonde Tammy Sunny?
Yeah.
She's all cracked out. Tammy Sunny. Tammy Sitch.
Yeah, some of them guys, man, that are in there, dude. When I went, I was like, oh my god, I feel bad for them.
Oh man, the one I went to, they brought in Jimmy Hart and what's the guy's name? Scott Steiner.
Yeah, dude.
Scott Steiner couldn't even like walk to the ring.
No,
it was hilarious.
You should have seen how blackout drunk the Sandman was.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Jesus
that,
Christ.
Well, that's part of his stick, right?
Yeah, but when you're living it,
you've really done something now.
He had like prison shoes on, like loafers, like bed shoes, like house shoes. And he had a kendo stick, probably from the like old Philadelphia somewhere. Anyway, this isn't a wrestling podcast.
You got these two talking wrestling.
We derailed the podcast. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's all good. Hey, all right. So, do you have any live shows booked in stone yet?
So no, we're actually trying to look for the right venue to have the debut show. Like we said earlier, we've done that house party. We're thinking about doing another house party, just to kind of get the word out a little bit, kind of on the street.
Yeah, we essentially kind of started this band at like the worst possible time to try to book live music, because right when we hit the point where we could book like a month out or 2 months out was when the virus kicked in, and everybody's schedule went out the window.
Right. So now it's hard to book because now all those people that miss shows are, owed shows.
Yeah, a lot of bars are honoring back dates, things like that.
Right, you need to put your message out now. We're on the show. Any band's looking for an opening act, that's how you're going to get a show.
Oh, for sure.
You're going to have to jump on a bill. So it can be done, man. And then people will hear this
Talk
show.
to some people about that too. And then the other hard part with summertime is figuring out if what we're doing is going to work, like in daytime and in like an outdoor boat and river kind of setting. You know what I mean? I don't know if that crowd is really going to catch on.
Don't know until you do it.
Exactly. I mean, we're up for it. We'll take literally any gig. We're not afraid of it. And like we said before, we all have careers. So we're not banking on this. We want to make sure that we do it the right way and the way that feels organic to us.
Right. And it's just for fun, too. So.
I get it, man. No, I like this approach. I like everybody learning about this approach.
Yeah. I mean, we don't take ourselves overly seriously, but we've all done it enough to know what we want out of it and the way we want to go about it.
That's perfect. All right, now it's come to the time of the interview that I absolutely love, and I'm sure you guys are going to be game for this. But we're talking gear and rig setup.
Well, Brent's going to go excuse himself. Yeah.
Hey, tell me what...
I pick up a microphone and sing other people's songs, boys, so I'm going to go make a whiskey.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. What kind of microphone do you like singing into?
Whichever one we hand him.
Yep. Whichever one doesn't taste like somebody else's mouth.
Dude, what you don't know, what you don't know. I get it. I dig it.
Brent, to back up just a little bit, Brent and I have been friends since high school.
All right.
And I was in local bands from the time I was like 13 years old, and Brent was always around. He was always a huge supporter of all of our bands and a good friend of all of our bands. Some of us have been roommates with Brent and maybe relied on him a little bit too heavily that he didn't get reciprocated for while we were chasing music dreams in our original bands. But I got really mad at Brent a few years ago when I found out he could sing, and he didn't tell me for like 18 years.
Wow.
But as far as gear goes, Brent doesn't even know which end of the cable to plug into the microphone.
Yeah, so don't care.
Hey, dude, that's a blessing in disguise, really.
Actually, it is, because he's probably not as... he doesn't spend as ignorantly as the rest of us do.
Well, it's not that. He doesn't have any kind of, like, what I'll say, he won't prima donna you during sound check, complaining there's too much 4K in the monitor, there's
Pretty
this
much.
and that, and
I did talk him into buying a set of in-ears. He did buy his own in-ears.
Oh, yeah, they're right there. Hold on. We're talking gear, boys. We're talking gear. So we've got the sweet Audio Technica M2R UHF stereo receiver, and the M2T HUF stereo transmitter. I think I bought this on Sweetwater and let the credit card relapse and ruin my credit.
Damn. All that for some in-ears.
Wow.
I'll let Steve field the next part of the gear question.
All right. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, but you're a drummer. Drummers, there's other drummers on the show. I know Sean does a segment on the show.
Oh, yeah,
He's a
dude.
drummer.
I like drum gear. Geek me
Right
out,
on.
man.
Sure do.
So I guess it all depends on the day of the night for what drum set I pull out. I got some... What do I got? I got some shine drums, clear acrylic shine drums with some lights in them that light up.
All right.
Nice little show. I got a green set of SJCs that are pretty nice. What else I got? I got DW hardware, DW pedals, custom K cymbals,
All right.
custom A's, stuff like that. So,
I mean, you got snappy-ass snares.
oh yeah, you got to have a good pop or crack on your snare.
Right.
What do I use? I got 13 by 7 pork pie, and then I got a SJC. I believe it's a 14 by 6, and that's a copper snare.
Oh, wow.
Sounds pretty good.
The pork pies are nice, man.
I love a snare.
Yeah,
drum.
those things pop pretty loud. So I've actually been told that I hit the drums a little too hard in some places, and they don't appreciate that. But you know what? They're made to be hit, so I hit the shit out of them.
Yeah,
There you
dude.
go.
I dig it, dude. See, I like the drum review. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Sure.
Cool. All right.
Oh man, I guess I'll speak for Justin and Sean too, because I'm enough of a nerd that I know everybody's equipment.
Yeah, dude, break it, dude. This is my favorite. This is my favorite part. So don't rush it, man. Let me know what y'all got.
Our other guitar player, Sean, who also plays in Nightcap, the acoustic duo with Tara.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He plays an orange combo.
All right.
He's got an Epiphone Les Paul, which he just kind of got back together. And for a stock Epiphone Les Paul from like the early 2000s, sounds strangely incredible.
Well, that wood's old
I've
now.
told him I don't want him to touch anything else on it.
Right.
It sounds awesome the way it is for some reason. It was like the right one that was put together that day in Korea.
Well, dude, in the wood's aged, man. It's 20 years old. That matters.
Yeah.
That matters.
And he just bought a new Schecter Solo, whatever their Les Paul model is.
Yeah, Solo 6 or whatever they call
He
it.
just bought a new one of those, and it's beautiful. Natural back, and it's got like the charcoal burst on the front.
Yeah, dude, I know which one you got. That's awesome.
And then he's the lead guitar player, so you can't have a lead guitar player without a wah pedal.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got that. I think he's got an MXR carbon copy and a Black Star overdrive and preamp combo like on his board.
Right.
And then Justin, the bass player, has a Fender jazz bass that he's had since he and I were in Count Your Blessings when he was still in high school.
Wow, that's cool.
And I think it's an 04, and he loves that bass.
Hey, man.
And honestly, with that bass, you don't need another.
Hey, dude, I dig that he stayed loyal to that instrument. That's cool.
Right. I would tell you what kind of bass amp he plays, but it's bass, and it really doesn't matter.
Hey.
Whoa. Hey. Wow.
As the old saying goes, you can't spell bass without ass. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of them go DI anyways.
Damn, dude. No respect.
Nah, I give respect, but I'll never tell them that.
Yeah, we got the Guitar Guru's rhythm section is finally open this week. I got all my basses hanging on the wall now.
Oh, why'd you buy so many? They all sound the same.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, no, I get in fights with Mo from No Go Romeo and ex No Green Jelly Beans all the time about that. He's got 11 team P basses and jazz basses. I don't really know what the difference is. $200,000 worth of bases on the wall. But I don't know. I mean, as far as me, with this band, I've been trying out some different things to figure out exactly what I want to use, because I've acquired so much gear over the years, and none of it is bad. I just want to know what my most comfortable setup is. So lately, at practice, I'm using a PRS Archon 25-watt combo.
Yeah.
On the pedal board, I've got typical, noise suppressor, compressor, Ibanez TS9, a Boss acoustic simulator for a couple little intros and some things like that, a Boss reverb with like the synth adjustment on it, and that's only for one intro. So I'm actually working through now with the Line 6, the HX Stomp, to try to minimize how much stuff I need to make as many sounds as possible.
Ah, man.
So I've moved on to using that at practice with a orange Pedal Baby 100 power amp and orange 2x12 open back cab. And then
tiny
I've got a micro dark for a backup just in case. That is so awesome because it was $180. It's small enough to fit in my rack drawer, and I mean, it's amazing how small that thing is, and it's loud enough to play with a drummer.
Right, I know, dude. I've seen that thing. That thing's crazy.
Yeah, they're killers. I mean, for a backup amp, it's awesome.
I hear you, dude.
And then we haven't really gigged much. Other than, we played that basement gig, so I used a Black Star 20-watt head that I have. I think I got it on sale and just had it sitting around, so I used it. And then I've got a Mesa single rec that will probably never see the light of day in this band because it's entirely too much, and people don't need amps like that nowadays.
Yeah, I bought a device for that. I bought a device to remedy all my tube amp problems. So, dude, I get it, dude. Have you ever heard of the tube amp expander from Boss?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely got that.
I've thought about like getting a load box or like the Universal Audio aux box or something, but to spend that much on something just to use one head when I can buy something digital, have everything I need right at my feet. It's really unnecessary. And then
recording environment, that's where it shines, dude.
Yeah. For this band, I've been using 2 Fender Strats that I modded into kind of Tom DeLonge style, but I don't like the Invader pickup, so I use Seymour Duncan JB or a Trembucker.
Sure.
And then, I've got a couple Gibsons and some Epiphones and stuff that I'll interchange, for whatever mood I'm in that day or whatever songs we're playing. If it aesthetically pleases for like the emo era, I've got kind of guitars lined up for that, so it'll create sort of an atmosphere.
I got you. That's cool, man.
I like gear I like guitars that are inexpensive and amps that are expensive, because I like to play really heavily and I tend to break things, so I don't like to bring out really expensive guitars to play.
Well, the beauty of the guitars is you can actually get a reasonable guitar, put a few bucks into it for some nice upgrades, and still feel good taking it out and not worrying about it.
I can go on and on about gear, but
I wouldn't want to buy
that's just what I use with this band.
I wouldn't buy a $3,000 guitar just so it sits at home and doesn't see the light of day. That makes no sense.
No, but I wouldn't buy a $3,000 guitar that I know I'm going to blatantly disrespect either.
Right.
Dude, when you get to that level of guitar where it's thousands, you're paying for the perfect craftsmanship, And if you're willing to pay that for that, why would you take a gig in?
Yeah, and I don't know. I like to mod them too, so it's nice to just get a decent platform, as long as the neck's straight enough and the fretwork doesn't suck.
Yep.
You can kind of drop a decent pickup into anything, and a decent pot into anything, and it's going to sound good enough.
Yep.
Right, and then when it comes to recording, it's a whole different ball game anyway. But so I get it, man. That's a gear rundown. I dug that, man.
Yeah, I'm a nerd about it. Just the videos that we did, that are on our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube channel and all that stuff. That just for those videos, when it came to recording the songs, I was like overdoing it as far as what amps to use for this part and how many rhythm tracks to do and what guitar I should record with, what guitar to use on this rhythm track as opposed to this lead and stuff like that. It's honestly unnecessary for the amount of views that they have, but
it's perfectly necessary.
It's just kind of, I don't know, that's what I do. Some people play video games, some people nerd out about gear.
It's 2,500 views? Yeah. Jesus Christ. We can look at the stats right now.
Brent doesn't know gear or anything about his own band.
Nope.
He just waits for me to pick him up to go to practice.
Well, then he should listen back to this episode on Thursday.
Yeah.
So he can learn about the band he's in.
Right.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea, right?
Yeah, you guys got to hang out Thursday during the premiere, man, and chat it all up. Social from last week really set the bar high.
Sure. Nice.
0.6.
But dude, it's happening, dude. I'm excited for your band. I'm excited to check you guys out whenever you all do hit the circuit.
Yeah, we've got a few more things up our sleeve as far as promotional aspects, and we want to try to build some relevance before we ever set foot on stage.
I got you.
I think we're doing that a little bit. I know, we got good feedback on the basement party that we played. It was all people that we invited, but most of them didn't know why they were there. We didn't really tell anybody what kind of music the band was playing. It was all just like, hey, you guys want to go to so-and-so's house and drink a shit ton of beer and we'll play some music? And we got really good feedback on it. Everybody was stoked and kept asking us when we were going to play, and then the virus hit. And so we're trying to stay relevant as much as we can and kind of build on it, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. I know we're all eager to get on stage and show some people what we can do with this. And we've got some ideas for the live show as well to make it as interesting as possible and simultaneously as nostalgic as possible.
There you go.
Well, that leads into this one question. Y'all have all been doing the band things in other bands, not this band. Your biggest frustration in live performances. What can you learn? What can you take from what you've learned in the other bands and apply it to this band so you don't make the same mistakes again?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
Too good of a question.
It's too good of a question for Brent, who has exactly 10 live gigs under his belt.
Oh, poor Brent.
Wow.
If you would ask, I think I'll answer for Brent, and he would probably just say, like, he would never drive 2 hours again for no money and a pitcher of beer.
Yeah, $35 in a rainstorm.
Yeah, and it was in a hurricane, and it sucked.
I agree with him.
Hey, I'm with him on that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I would say just being prepared, getting your shit together, making sure you got the songs down. That way, if anything ever happens, or having more songs than you need down because you play them so fast that you run out of songs.
I've done that before. I know what you mean, man.
Yeah. Never fun when you have to say, oh, hey, by the way, somebody requested this song even though we played it. We're going to play it again.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
A little disheartening that the drummer is the one worried about playing things too fast.
So he is the conductor of time.
Here we go.
Well, I guess as far as I would say, something I've learned from being in other bands, I would carry into this one. Just take each second and go, all right. I mean, I still got to bring a guitar out today and play it, so it's not that bad.
Dig it.
I've had a lot of things in the past. It's a little different with a cover band than it is with original because you're not fighting as hard.
I got you.
Like I don't think you have as much emotionally invested in it.
Makes sense. You're not.
So it's a lot easier to just kind of breathe through it and go. Even a shitty gig, it's still a gig.
That's right.
Yeah, you're playing in front of people. I mean, a lot of people playing bands and play live
so
because they like the
with
juice.
This band, what I'm bringing into it is just try to approach everything with a more positive attitude and go, you know what? Got to play music today, so it doesn't matter.
I like that.
Yeah, you know that old saying, a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work.
Yep.
It's kind of like that, where we're playing the songs we want to play, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, and hopefully our friends do come along for the ride, and we'll see where it goes. But it's not a second career. We're not banking on constantly booked to pay the bills. No, we're gonna have fun, and nobody's gonna be like upset if Brent can't hit that high note that night, or Vinny fucks up a rhythm section. It's just fun and good times, and I hate this word, but this band is built on good vibes for sure. And believe me, I hate that word so much.
What? Band?
Vibes.
Vibes.
It's an overused word by this generation.
Yeah, it's a bunch of kids that listen to Dirty Heads and Revolution. Love the word vibes.
Wow.
I guess it's kind of like one of those things, like they say, pizza and pussy are kind of one and the same. Even when it's bad, it ain't that bad.
Yes. That's something else on Saturday.
Depends on which has the extra cheese.
Dude.
Too far.
Come on, man.
Parmesan or regatta.
Hey, I'm a co-host on this show. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're serving up cotton casserole up in here.
That's right.
Oh, fuck.
All right, yeah. All right, hey. All right. Last question, and I don't know if Brent can play because y'all didn't let him play last one. But we get our signature question. We call it best gig, worst gig. You answer it anywhere you like, but you got to answer both. What do you guys got for us tonight on that?
I'm gonna let Brent go first.
All right. Best gig was a couple Februarys ago at the Green Door right outside of St. Mary's City. School was still in session. Probably, 150 kids in a shitty bar. It's not a shitty bar, but it is a shitty bar. So you got to call a spade a spade. That was a lot of fun. When it's packed and they don't give a shit that you're there, and we don't give a shit that they're there, but we're all having fun. Worst gig was my first gig ever. I had diarrhea 6 times because I'm a crazy person. Nervous shits are a thing. Especially when the bathroom is at ABC and right next to the stage.
Yeah, and that was right next to my amplifier.
So that would be best and worst.
Wow. That's the first, dude, on the show.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
diarrhea.
The nervous shits are a thing, dude.
No, that's
They
just
are.
the first person that was honest about it.
Yeah. This was my first ever gig singing in front of anybody. I had to take a bunch of anti-diarrhea pills. It didn't work.
Definitely didn't work.
It made everything smell worse.
Wow, dude, that's insane, man. And y'all had to smell it all night. That's even worse.
Well, and anybody who's,
They definitely did.
anybody who's played or been to ABC knows that there's that one bathroom by the back door,
It's right by the stage.
and it's right next to where you play. And unlucky me takes that side of the stage everywhere.
Note to self: take stage left when playing
Yep.
at
It's just
ABC.
doo-doo, baby.
Dude, that's intense. All right, good job, Brent.
Yeah. Good.
I guess if it is.
Oh man, how about you, Steve?
Me, best worst gig. Let me think. The best worst gig was probably the same gig. With my other band, Only For Tonight. What was this? Probably 3 years ago. We finally got a show at Tiki Bar. This was before the old owner died. We were begging for him to get a show there for the longest time. We finally got it. It was right in the middle of summer. Actually, I think it was like this weekend 3 years ago.
Okay.
During the day on that Friday when we were playing, I ended up at work breaking my foot, like straight in half, all the way across where my back of my toes are. So like your middle of your foot. Very large piece of material fell on it, and I had to go to the hospital at about 3 o'clock, and I had to be there at 5. Well, I went through the hospital. They told me my foot was broken. They said, okay, you can leave. Didn't give me crutches or a cast or anything. So I said I might need those to get where I'm going. They gave me those. Had all my guys in the band bring my stuff there, set it up for me. Got there, played the show. Place was fucking packed. It was wild all night. Was, like I said, the best and worst show because playing drums with a broken foot's not really that fun. So we killed the show, but I was not a nice person for the rest of the weekend.
Dave Grohl wrote a song about it. It's called My Hero. There you go. Played that too.
Now, do you think playing that gig actually made the break worse?
The lucky thing was it was my left foot, so it was my hi-hat foot, which
My
I
left
still
foot.
use a lot because I do play a lot of double bass. I really don't know because I ended up going to the after getting the X-ray, going to the orthopedist or whatever afterwards. So maybe.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah, I guess if it was your kick pedal foot,
Yeah,
it
he
would've-
wouldn't have made it.
You wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. If it was your kick drum pedal. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but I would have played that show.
So they underestimated.
Yeah, they underestimated me because I would have played that show anyways. Fuck it, I just use my heels. I don't even care.
Nice.
All right, fuck
All
it.
right.
All right, we'll allow it.
He's Canadian. He's tough as fuck.
Hey man, a show's a show, and if you're booked, you gotta fucking play it.
Do you have a denim jean jacket?
I do. My
Denim
dad.
underwear on right now.
Right.
Yes.
What kind of
Drinking maple syrup and straight whiskey.
what kind of patches are on it?
You don't stir them, just straight up.
Hey.
He's doing shots.
Do you have a Bryan Adams patch on it?
I'm not gonna tell you that, but yeah, probably.
The Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on multiple occasions.
He's got one tattoo, and it's Bryan Adams.
Hey, buddy.
And
Hey,
Corey
buddy,
Hart together.
Hey, buddy.
The Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on many occasions, buddy.
Listen, I'm not your buddy guy.
I'm not your
Fuck you, buddy.
pal.
I'm not your.
I'm not your friend, buddy. All right, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Has enough of that.
His Terrence and Bill's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good Terrence and Bill.
Whoever's pulling the Terrence and Bill out of their ass is pretty good.
Oh,
That's Mr. Alban here.
Alban.
Yeah. A man of many voice talents. I just don't display them on this format.
so
So-
we got Vinny left. What's
yeah,
yours,
let's
dude?
hear that, man.
Oh man. So are we talking about like cover band career or
no,
original?
your whole
Or just anything?
whole career, dude. Your whole live performance
Tell me
career.
about the time you
Best
shit your pants
gig,
in Niagara
worst
Falls.
gig. Best gig, worst gig. What's up?
Worst gig. Worst gig. I'm gonna say it was like back early
Tell
06.
them about the time you played at my parents' deck.
Oh yeah. Well, like me and Steve have known each other for a long time. This doesn't pertain to the question. This is just a really funny turn of events that me and Steve ended up in a pop punk and emo band together.
All right.
So I met Steve through my younger cousin, and when I was going into my sophomore year of high school, and Newfound Glory's Sticks and Stones record had just come out, and my cousin's like, "Hey, come with me to this kid's birthday party." So I'm like, "All right." Go to Steve's and meet Steve, Canadian Steve, and his Canadian family.
This is what, 2001 probably?
Probably 2001, 2, something like that.
Making
my cousin's like, "Oh, we're gonna play some music at the party," and I'm like, "I don't want to do that." So I don't know, I was like an asshole in high school, and I had my own band. It's like, I don't want to do this. And then turns out I did it. Me and Steve and my cousin played. What did we play? Newfound Glory's cover of the Titanic theme song.
And then we played Damn It.
Wow.
Then we played Damn It, and I sang, and my cousin played guitar. And I don't claim to be a singer whatsoever. I have no idea. Steve has VHS footage of this. I hope never surfaces.
It might surface,
but it might make its way onto the band's page at some point in time.
Send it into the show, Steve. We'll make it happen.
It was probably terrible, but that's like the first time me and Steve ever played music together was almost 20 years ago.
So that could be a worse gig.
But yeah, that could be up there. But I don't remember anything other than the songs that we played.
It didn't sound.
Wow.
But I guess worst gig was probably early 06. This one sticks out for a lot of reasons, but we had kind of just started rolling with Count Your Blessings and trying to get, out of Maryland and do things like that. We played at the 8x10 in Baltimore.
Yeah, man.
And unbeknownst to us, it was like a metal show.
Yep.
And we were not a metal band. At this point, it was pre-record deal, pre-pop punk. We were like a...
was that Taste the Chaos?
No, this was at the 8x10. This was just a shitty little metal show that got booked. I don't know how we ended up on it. And we were just kind of like this pop rock meets alternative meets emo kind of band at that point. And that crowd was not about it. When we got on stage and we weren't wearing Slayer t-shirts and like cargo shorts, we were their worst enemies because we had on tight pants. And
They had all their girlfriend pants.
eyeliner and shit like that. They were like, "What the fuck is this?" So we immediately start getting heckled. And I think we had like a block of like 20 minutes for that show. I think we made it through like 4 songs. And by the 4th one, I had turned and looked at Kenny, our drummer, and was like, "Fuck these people. I want to get out of here." And I pulled my ass out and faced my ass towards the crowd and played the entire last song with my ass out.
Good for you.
So I guess that could kind of be best gig too, but it was just like one of those kind of like, why the fuck did we drive all this way kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody did the footwork to realize what kind of gig it was, and we were completely unwanted. So it was just like, I don't know, it kind of like that was one of those ones that takes the wind out of your sails a little bit, but you just fight through it because you're all friends.
Right.
That's right. Learning
And then
experience.
best gig, I guess, would have also been with Count Your Blessings on tour. We were in Scranton, Pennsylvania, like the last tour the band did, and a few of us kind of knew it was going to be the last tour that the band did. We kind of could feel that things were unraveling a little bit. And we showed up to the venue, and the venue didn't exist anymore. It had been closed down by the city. But there was a hair salon next door to the venue, and the owner of the hair salon was like this old punk rock guy, and he was like, "Oh, I'm having all the shows here. I'm just going to have all the shows in the salon." And we were like, "What the fuck? Like, how's this going to go down?" Yeah. We went in there, and like a couple members of the band got free haircuts, and then we like helped him move all the salon shit to the sides. We were hanging out like in our RV, and a knock on the door. We opened the door, and it's a couple friends of ours from South Carolina who had flown up to see the gig, and then that night, that hair salon was full of about 500 people. And they all somehow knew the words to all of our songs and shit. We were like, this is literally insane. We were like, this show shouldn't be like this, but we're playing on the floor of a hair salon, and everybody's loving it.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That was one of those ones where you take it away and you're like, all right, it wasn't all for nothing.
That show shouldn't even existed. I mean,
No.
wow, that's freaking awesome.
And you got haircuts.
Yeah, that's the
I
best part.
I did not, but there were a few guys in the band that had a lot of hair and needed haircuts.
Hey, man, that's a fucking perk.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're talking about 2010, so that was like prime scene hair days.
Oh shit!
There's a lot of bleach spots and teased hair and straighteners and shit.
Oh, yeah, all that
yeah.
shit. Yep.
Yeah, all those neon T-shirts and shit.
That great shit.
So should we get wigs then?
I would like to not.
Okay. No, the last thing I'm gonna do is treat this band like.
If anybody wants to see Scene Vinny, you can go back far enough on Facebook and figure that
Or
out.
just look at his license.
Yeah, look at my driver's license. It hasn't been updated in 10 years.
Like McLovin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta see that, man. I gotta see that.
Well, it still says I weigh 170 pounds, so there's the real joke.
Dude.
Yeah, it's hard to get rid of that license that's 50 pounds lighter, I know. I dealt with
Right.
that myself. I still have the old one. It started with a 1, you know?
Wow, dudes. But, man, what an interview tonight, man. We're right up on it, man. This was perfect.
Yeah, man, we had fun.
Yeah, and I believe everybody in the audience got to know you guys, and they're definitely going to check you guys out. When you get that first concrete gig scheduled, man, please message me, and I'll put a post out on our timeline for you guys.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that. I mean, as soon as we get something in writing from somebody, I'm going to send it to everybody. I would like as much attention to it as possible.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have a killer first show, that's for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
And then all the bands listening now, if y'all looking to have an opener come in and being part of your show.
Yeah, we're absolutely not above splitting gigs with people, and
Hell no, doing it for free.
you know, I don't want to speak for everybody here, but we're cheap.
Yeah,
We're cheap
Yeah,
sluts.
you're just getting
I'll do it for a high five and half a Gatorade.
Hey, dude, now that's enthusiasm. You're just getting started. You want to get out there, and you gotta pay your dues.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's
we're not
paying your
doing it
dues.
as a second job. We're doing it as like I'm gonna go home and play guitar in this bedroom, or I can go play guitar with my friends and
Right.
drink beer.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, that's how our show started. We just wanted to get together and talk about albums and drink beer, and then
Hell yeah.
and then copyright had a problem with that. So,
I should have started a show. That's all I want to do with my friends. They all tell me to shut up.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, but the copyright won't let you do it, dude, like we do with this. So we said that's when we're gonna do the band stuff and help out the little guys. You know, the guys just starting, man, that need the help. That's what we're here for. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's a support system.
Well, like I said, man, we appreciate it. You guys paying some attention to us when we really don't have anything going on at the moment.
Right.
But you do. You're getting started, and that's
Exactly.
I
exciting.
mean, we're staying busy, and that's partially just because we're all nerds, and we've been in original bands, and we still listen to a lot of underground music, so that kind of DIY effort is still there, and the need to create things, even if we're not creating the music,
Right.
is still there.
For sure, yeah.
Absolutely, man. And we love it, man. I'm excited to see, after all this was going on for the last few months, when we first started talking about this and we really didn't have any local music to report on, that was hard. And I kept saying, I hope there's no casualties through this, but there probably will be. And shame on me for these last 2 weeks. And I apologize to everyone for not looking at the other side of the coin, realizing, yeah, there's going to be bands that aren't going to make it after this thing. I didn't even bother to look at the bands that are there forming through this thing.
Right.
And
Yeah, I mean,
shame on me for that. And already I see, like, out of the ashes rises the phoenix. That kind of thing, man.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's exciting.
We are pretty bird. Fucking pretty bird.
Pretty bird. Who's a pretty bird?
Yeah, no, we've been playing for probably 8 months now, I would say. So we
you ain't
wrong. Yeah.
Me and Steve and Brent got in a room together back in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was, we brought Justin in the second time we got together, and then Sean joined literally because Brent went to the bar. And it was like, hey, Sean, me and Vinny are kind of doing this thing. And then he told him, like, what music we were playing, and Sean was like, fuck, I want to do that too. And I was like, well, we need a second guitar player because I don't like playing solos, and I just want to yell into a microphone too. So.
Oh, okay, great.
That's cool. That's real cool, dudes. Well, dude, I enjoyed this interview. And I will, once you guys get out there and play a couple shows, have you back on to give us an update.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to it. You guys better come out and see it too.
Oh, we will.
Hey, man.
I will check it out. Because here's a little known fact right here that you don't even you, Vinny, don't know this.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Yeah. You're actually family, dude.
Yeah, my dad just told me that.
Right. How do you think you got on this show?
Just told me.
No.
I was drinking beer with my dad on Friday evening, and he was
Shocking.
like, "So, did you talk to that guy, Dan?" And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" And he was like, "Aren't you doing that thing?" And I was like, "No shit, are you behind that?" And he was like, "Well, I gave him your number and like contact stuff." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And he was like, "Actually, the guy that does it with him is my cousin."
Right, dude. And yeah, I work with your dad I talk to your dad every day of the week.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, especially from being in bars and doing the things that we've done, it's a small world and an even smaller county. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I've been doing them on a serious note, though, guys. I did the investigating and went to your dad and said, "Hey, man, I want to have him on the show. How do I, help me out?" And that's how it came to be, man. It was really cool how it all worked out, man. It's really cool.
that's rad, man.
Yeah, that's the honest truth. Dan did the research and wanted to get you guys on.
Well, trust me, if you come to any of the gigs, I can promise you my dad will be there. I don't think he's missed one in my 20 years of playing live. He's been at just about every hometown one there has been.
Good. He can buy the beer then.
Yep, that's damn right.
Yeah.
That's
He
damn
will. He gets generous when he's drinking.
right. Hey, so, dude, what about that Les Paul, man? I know who taught you how to play guitar, dude. Tell me about that Les Paul real quick.
Oh, which Les
The
Paul?
old one.
My
one.
grandfather's?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
Right.
could talk all day about it.
Dude, is that
Tattoos
fucking
on my
thing
arm.
awesome or what?
That guitar was the first electric guitar I ever saw that wasn't in a music video.
Wow, dude, listen to this
I
album.
was
This is good.
little, and my grandfather would pull it out and kind of strum on it a little bit while he was drinking beer. Me and my cousin were running around as little kids. And then as we got a little bit older, and not even really that much older, I was into music my entire life because my parents were young and they were 80s metalheads. And my grandfather was super into music, and it was just always around me. And the first day that I got to hold that thing and like take it out of the case myself was like exhilarating, and I had no idea how much it was worth at the time.
Right.
And then I got a little bit older, and one year for like Father's Day or my grandfather's birthday, I took it to a tech to have the nut replaced because the nut had split over the years. And when I opened the case in front of the guy, he was like, I saw his face kind of light up, and I was only like 13.
Right.
And he was like, if you ever want to sell this, make sure I'm the first one you call. And that put it in my brain right there that guitar is never to go outside of the family.
Dude, smart move, man.
But it is a 1960 Les Paul special, so it's the double cut.
Right.
If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, there's a picture of it, but it's the double cut with the P90s, and it's solid as a rock. It's got some serious war wounds on it from his days of playing, and him and his buddies drinking and hanging out. But it still sounds amazing, and it's all original other than that nut. All the pickups are, for P90s, they have that beautiful P90 noise, but they're not overly noisy.
Yep.
And ever since I got it fixed, I made it a point. Like I recorded my first demo with my first band when I was 13, and I took that with me just to play one part on it. And every real recording I've done since then, I've taken it with me to record one part.
Sweet.
Dude, I had to bring it up, dude, and I wanted to wait to the end just to let you know. I know, dude, that thing's awesome, dude. Just you got a memory machine right there, man.
Oh yeah, I mean it's my grandfather, and it's funny. Like my grandfather bought it from his sister's boyfriend, used. I think his dad gave him the money for it because he was in high school. I think he paid like $150 for it, or something like that.
Right.
And
There's
then
a lot of money in them. Not gonna fix it.
yeah,
Right.
but So he paid $150 for it, and then his sister broke up with the guy, and the guy wanted it back, and he was like, "Nah, man, fuck you, it's mine now."
Yeah, I paid for it. I bought it.
And I got that pussy. Fuck you.
But it's that guitar has been through a lot, and it's the one thing that my grandfather was like, you know what? You can take my house, you can take my car, it wouldn't matter. And he's like, if I have my kids and the guitar. That guitar is like the only constant I know of. He's got pictures, hanging in his basement of him playing it in his first band back in the '60s. There's a long lineage with that guitar, and that guitar is a very important thing to me because of it.
Right, dude.
Awesome.
That's why I had to bring it up, man. This is cool, man. It's in
Actually, I went over his house a little over like a year and a half ago, and I was like, "Hey, where's your guitar?" And he keeps it right in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And he was like, "It's in the bedroom. Why?" And I was like, "Well, I need to take a picture of it for a second." And I wasn't even going to take it with me. I wasn't going to take it out of the house and take it to the tattoo shop. I just took a picture of it, and he was like, "What are you taking a picture of it for?" I was like, "You'll see." And then I showed him the tattoo like a week later, and he was like, I don't know why you get those things, but that's awesome.
Dude, you made him happy, man. Dude, God, thank you for sharing that, dude. That's good stuff.
Man. Old gear gets me way more horned up than anything else we've talked about.
Wow. Right. Well, dude, the wood in that model. What is? It's a flat color, right?
The guitar is the like cherry finish,
right?
But through the years, it's aged, so it's like a purpley red color now.
Right. So, dude, that wood, man. God, dude, that wood is so old.
That guitar is just rock hard. There's not an ounce of water left in it.
Are we still talking about guitars, right? Okay.
Also me.
Old wood, rock hard.
Dude, like Gibson, like in those models, they use the, not the most pretty grains on those models, but it turns out like they had some really old stock back then, man. So who knows what you got?
That's also the last year before Les Pauls were discontinued, and the 61 SG was a 61 Les Pauls.
Right. That's what makes yours so special, man.
Yeah. And it's a killer guitar, and there's a lot of people that have coveted it over the years and offered him money for it, and his sisters have seen like newspaper articles where certain Gibsons have been auctioned for a certain amount, and they're like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you could get this for that." And he's like, "I don't fucking care. There's no price tag on that thing."
Exactly.
That's a true player right there, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As he gets older, and things happen when you get older, and your memory slips a little bit, but I can still hand him that thing and plug it into an amp, and he will sit there and play Rolling Stones songs and, smoke cigarettes and have, like, flashbacks, I guess.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I love it, dude. Well, dudes, man, we're going to let you go, man. I just wanted to get that in at the end, man.
I'm glad you asked about it.
That's cool, man. That's cool, man. I'm happy that you were willing to talk to us about it, because I know it's so sentimental, man. That's good stuff, man. God, man. All in Southern Maryland. That's what's up, man. Let me ask you guys this, man. Y'all are younger than us. Do you recognize how special this place is with the local talent?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I would say around here, I've been in the music scene since I can remember. But as far as playing out at bars and stuff like that, since probably 2012. Right. And I've noticed that since then, it's been growing exponentially, and the amount of talent in the area too, it's wild, honestly. Like, you go see a band pretty much anywhere you want at any bar, and there's going to be talent there.
Right. Now, when you travel abroad, you go to different towns. It's not like that in every town, correct?
I will say that I've been a lot of places in this country, and I lived in Myrtle Beach for a year, and I met some cool musicians down there, but overall, the grand scheme of things was like, how many Jimmy Buffett songs can I play because we're by the beach?
Right.
There wasn't really anybody trying to do anything differently, and I will say there's a flip side to that coin, where things down here get a little bit watered down, because there are a lot of talented musicians, but then there's a lot of people that are like, I want to do what that guy's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not doing it as well, but I mean, they're still doing it, so I'm not going to fault them for that. You're out there giving it what you got, but it tends to, because there's an abundant amount of bars down here and things to do, it does get a little watered down, and it gets a little harder sometimes to find the gems.
Yeah, to piggyback off what he's saying, is I was just having this conversation with somebody today that the bars now around here, we're feeling like stuff's kind of tailoring off in the area just because people aren't paying talent anymore. They're paying to have a band. So to have a good band, you're going to have to pay a premium for that. Well, bars now are saying, well, we're not going to pay you that much because all these other bands are here and they're taking this amount of money. But not to, step on anybody's toes, are they as good as these other bands that are asking for this amount? So now you're getting into that gray area of, well, you're not going to get paid as much if you want to play.
The other thing I will say is, as far as original music goes, this area has been a wealth of great original music over the years. I was lucky enough to be a part of that for a long time, and I met a lot of cool people and saw a lot of people who really deserved it make it. They fell short, and that might have been for one reason or another, but there's a lot of great original musicians down here who still believe in it and still do it on their own time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Vinny said. I know we're running long, guys, but
it's cool.
For us, I would like to say from 2000 to 2004, and maybe even a little bit beyond, Southern Maryland was awesome for original music,
especially for teenagers.
For teenagers, yeah. So, I'm not gonna shit on what people do on their weekends, but we do the cover band for fun. And that's where I'll leave that. I don't really think it's a magnificent thing to play other people's music. So I don't take credit when people say, "Oh, you sound great," or I'm literally singing. I follow a blueprint. So a blueprint.
A literal blueprint.
Yeah. So it's just. But back then, when we were 17, 18, 19 years old, and everybody knows the names of the bands that we're talking about, so we're not going to say them. But there were some great bands that came from this area. And then in the years to follow, a lot of bands that should have been something and still could be something, are still chasing that dragon, so to speak. So I truly believe that, like you just said, Southern Maryland is a wealth of talent. But don't discount the original scene down here because it's not dead yet. It's really not.
Dude, I'm hip to it. I released 6 original songs 2 years ago.
See, that's what the hell I'm talking about, man. Like, shit like
I've
that.
been trying to get Brent to release one for 2 years.
Yeah, I can't write songs. And my life's been kind of tough, but I still can't write shit about nothing.
You'll get there, man. Get there.
But, if you're a metal guy, there's bands like Alica that are out there that are amazing,
Yeah,
and it's still chasing that dream. And I love those guys who are not giving up and going, all right, well, when do we start playing covers? Because fuck that, anybody can play covers, myself included.
Right? Yeah, RJ does a good job with them, man. That's good stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean he lives and breathes it, and I look up to him for it.
Yeah, he's younger than us, and we look up to him for that because he's not letting it go, and they're on the cusp, man.
I know,
they're close.
They're close, dude. I'm
They
praying
got the shaft too because they put their new record out in the middle of this pandemic bullshit, and that new record fucking slays.
Oh, rips.
Yeah, there it is, man. Dude, we could do this for another hour, man, but dude.
Hell yeah, but like you said, we'll check in once we get the ball rolling a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And dude, you know how to get a hold of me. Just message me when you got stuff going on. I'll get the message out. We'll here.
Do, man. If we have anything pressing, I'll send it to you or we'll tag you in it or something like that.
Definitely, man. Yeah, like I tell everybody, Facebook posts are free, likes are free, and I can share shit for free. I don't understand why everybody doesn't do that for everyone. We all got to get on board. We all got to get better with that.
It'd be a lot easier if everybody took care of each other instead of taking care of themselves first.
Exactly. People don't like to see other people succeed. That's the problem in the world.
Yeah, dude, it's out there, dude. That's one of the problems. We have a great market, with a lot of places to play. So we're gonna have all aspects of a market: bad stuff, good stuff, and stuff. So
my only hope with this band is that hopefully the bars will open their minds a little bit enough to book us. And then if they do, maybe that will open the door for other people to do some other things. Bars to book some original acts around here. Bars to book some more artistic things around here.
They'll give you a shot.
It's just about bringing people into the bar that, like, our main thing is
now you got
it. Our demographic is bringing people to the bar that wouldn't normally be there.
Right.
Because what's there, they're not interested.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, is you're exactly where you're going, where I was going. They'll give you a shot. But once they see you actually bring in a different customer base and maybe somebody younger or hipper and these kids are spending money and buying drinks and everything, that's when it really, other bar, you'll have more opportunities. So I think the open-mindedness is there. You really just have to show them what you got and show them you can.
We just need,
first and
we need
foremost,
a couple brave souls to take a shot on us.
Yeah, as a band, we all have to remember we're there to sell drinks and entertain.
Yep.
And if you're selling drinks and you're entertaining, there's possibilities are endless at that point.
Yeah. Right. Just make sure you have the vocals dialed in, man. Because honestly, dude, my professional opinion, you're starting something new, and if people want to catch on to it, you got to be able to understand the lyrics so everybody can sing along, and it'll take off.
Man. And for that era, the lyrics are what was the word I'm looking for? The singing's not that easy, man.
Some of the
kids were squeezing their nuts.
Some of the runs they did and the notes they were hitting are pretty crazy.
Right.
But we've tailored our set list to.
And I don't claim to be a singer, and I have to sing harmonies with this guy. That's not.
His job's actually harder than mine. He's got to play and then hit some high notes that I don't have to.
He's got a relatively deep voice. I had to relearn how to sing to do this.
So you had to learn.
I had to learn how to actually sing.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. That's cool. Hey, are y'all doing Story of the Year?
Yes.
All right.
We all are.
Not that we want to, but yes.
Everybody wants to hear.
Well, we do. Well, dude, that's the business you're in. That's why I'm asking.
It is, and we're not there to just please ourselves.
If you name it, we can play it. You can add this to your list of games you guys like to play. What band are you covering? Because you say it, we will say yes.
Yep. If it's from that time period, it's more than likely on the list.
Yeah. All right. AFI.
Yes.
It's on the list.
Yes. I love it. Oh, good. Are you doing Bayside, or is that too late?
Bayside, I think, is a little bit too obscure for around here.
Yeah, Bayside. Look, we're a niche band, but Bayside's
one of my favorite bands of all time. But I don't think people are gonna get it if we walk in the bar and play The Walking Wounded.
Right. I know. Yeah. I think that's a song you sneak in 3/4 of a way through, where everybody's kind of like.
We've got a few of those Easter eggs in the set that are just for us.
Yeah,
that we know nobody might understand except for our close friends.
Look, I'm still pushing for Movie Life songs, dude, and that's a deep cut.
Nice. I dug it. Oh, dude, I could do this all night with you guys. Man, this has been fun, man. Wow, this has been great. Well, we're going to let you go, man. We've been on the phone for
all right, man.
forever.
You guys have a good one.
All right, guys. We'll check in soon. It's hit or miss. We'll check you guys.
Be good.
See ya.
Peace. Dude. Wow, man.
They're excitable.
Dude, at one point I thought, man, we're going to finish a little early tonight. And then the conversation got kicking, dude. And that's what the show's about.
That's right.
And I just let it go, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to bring up that guitar, dude.
I understand. This is a guitar show to some degree, right?
Well, yeah. We are the guitar gurus. And when you hear about a cool family vintage piece where it's transcended the family, that's just good stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's real good stuff. And that's Southern Maryland, man. So,
sweet.
Hit or miss, Vincent Green, Brent Latham, and Hey Steve. Dude, yeah. Dude, 2 hours and 3 minutes, man. What a show, dude. What do you think?
I think it's great.
Good. Let's shout out.
I also think I'm getting spit.
Right. Me too. I want to shout out the sponsors, and I want to get out of here, man. We're over our 2 hour thing. And dude, but what an awesome show, episode 78, man, and it's in the wow, man, that was good stuff tonight, man. Real good stuff. So, dude, let's shout out Allied Renovations, Christopher Lane Tattoos, Cooper Construction, Island Music Company, Southern Maryland Chronicle, and of course Sean Kirkpatrick. Just because Sean in 60 Seconds is awesome, man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's right. Thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you to all the listeners. Thank you to all the followers and fans and supporters of local music and local programs like these.
Yeah, and thank you to Hit or Miss, man.
Yeah.
That was an awesome interview. Over almost an hour, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Dude.
For one featured guest to go that long.
Hey, man.
That's long.
It was flowing and
That's
it was good, man. So, yeah, dude, I'm ready. You ready to get out of here, dude?
I'm ready, man.
Cool. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio, and we will see you guys next week.